Happy Friday, everyone. Calvin James here from Calvin James Creates with your crazy Calvin story number 19. These are actually three short stories about three different things that I've said. Um, the one of them is just very funny. The other two probably should not have said, but they're still very funny. First story takes place when I was working at a ShopRite with my dad in Fishkill, New York. He managed ShopRites throughout my childhood and a good portion of my adulthood. And I worked at this one in Fishkill, and there was a guy who worked there. And the best way to put what he looked like is his features made it challenging for him to find a date. So one day he comes in, and he was clearly not feeling well. He either had the flu, maybe a really bad cold, but he was definitely under the weather. So he comes in, and we worked in the same department, worked in produce, and he comes in, and I was concerned because he is a coworker. So he came over, and I was like, "You okay? You don't look so good. Not that you looked that good before." I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said it. It was not nice, but it was very funny. Second story is about That's What She Said. If you don't know what that is, just Google it, look it up in the office. It can do a better job explaining it than I think I can. But I will try for those of you who might not know what it is. Basically, it's these jokes where someone says something kind of like sexual in terms of a woman being happy with sex, and then you say that's what she said. So, for example, let's say you're at a restaurant and the food's really good, and someone says, "I really enjoyed that," and you say, "Well, that's what she said." So that's how those jokes work. So I was in Philadelphia, and my girlfriend's sister was going to be in a wedding, and they were making a shadow box. I don't know what that is. I don't know how shadows are involved, but apparently she needed more of them because she came to Philly so her sister, who was my girlfriend at the time, could help her finish it. So they're really excited. They're like kids with like new coloring books trying to finish this shadow box. And so they're working together, and then her sister says, "You know, it's much more fun doing this with someone else than doing it by yourself." And I said, "That's what she said." Third and last story. So I had this girlfriend who worked in insurance, and she would go flying all over the country for meetings sometimes. And I worked in the airport at the time at this store called In Motion Entertainment. So she would often stop in the store when she got back if I was still working. I hadn't closed the store yet. So this one time she just had a rough trip. Like the flight was delayed, the meeting ran over, her connecting flight back home got canceled, so she was just in rough shape. So she walks into my store just looking just awful. And so when she comes in, my response was, "What happened to you? You look like you flew home on the outside of the plane." Again, I should not have said that. But again, it was very, very funny. So those are my three very funny things I've said for today. Um, Always remember, if you want to read any of my children's books, just go to calvinjamescreates.com. Click on the read or the book icon in the blue menu on the bottom of the page. That will take you to the excerpts page where you can read excerpts of all of my children's books, including an excerpt from my novel, The White. If you'd like to listen to any music, click on the music tab on the top of the page. That will take you to that section. You can listen to all my tunes that I've recorded there. For all you writers out there, keep writing, keep fighting. And for everyone else, be safe, keep the faith. Calvin James Creates.